name is Phoebe Ndege. I'm a Kenyan born citizen who is currently based in the US. Went there through studies, but at the moment I work as I study another technical course from the one that took me there. Since I realized that I was talented in playing football, that I realized when I was 9 years old, I learned not to always put my eggs in one basket, and I tried my best to venture in soccer as well as giving my academic priority, because I knew one time I might grow old or I might sustain a permanent injury, and with education I think it is a permanently earned knowledge, not unless you get a mental damage. So I loved football, and football has helped me in several ways and also has contributed to a lot of things up to where I am now. But I had a challenge of not joining my dream team, which was playing for my country, Harambee Starlet, because back then when I was at the limelight or a star in soccer, there was a trend or something like if you don't know someone up there, then securing a chance in that team was hard, because at that time a coach would bring 10 people, assistant coach would bring another 7. So us that we were not known in Nairobi, we did not really have to secure a chance. We might gain a call-up, but not to appear in this final list because no one knows yet. So because of that, I realized that talent is there, but I know I have few years to play or to be actively in it, but I have to give my education a priority, that I am still up to now doing that. I used to have a dream of one time I wanted to go to America through education to study there, because through my research I saw that American education system was highly valued or was outstanding in the world. Not that Kenyan education is not good, we are also the best. That to me, I was feeling like if one time I can graduate as an engineer in America, that would be my, I think, a dream to be realized. So as I was working with a power plant in Kenya, I was having that dream, but I didn't know how to make my way to the US. But one time when I was hosting some investors in the power plant, through the description of how I had explained the operation of the power plant, made one of the investors to ask me if one time I would want to join her dad in America, who is an engineer. From that, I had to now recall back that one time I wanted to go to America. Why can't I start this the processing thing? However, the lady was ready to help me move to the States, but there was a middleman in between. Later on, the middleman stopped communicating, but I said I have to go to America with the lady's help or without. So I did everything from that time by myself until I landed to America. After I landed in America, I joined Northampton Community College in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. I was pursuing my associate degree in electrical technology that I have graduated. I've already graduated and took another course called mechatronics. I did that being that when I was out there as a mechanic or a machine technician, I realized that in terms of technical fields, so many people are now flooding in electrical department. So I ventured to another direction where there was no any other person to be employed. Back in Kenya, when I was doing my electrical and electronic engineering course, we were only 4 women in that class, but at least we managed to graduate as we started. However, some men dropped out of the classes. I was trying to compare that with America, and I was thinking that maybe in America things are different. but also there we ended up 2, of which I was the only lady who graduated with my class when I was graduating in 2022. I would really say that I don't know whether it's a challenge for women to venture in many fields over the world, but from my own experience, it's the same thing that happens in Kenya, Africa, is the same that is happening here in America. I'm always one against 10 or 20 people in my class, and even in the work station. Yeah. When I was young, I had so much interest in repairing electronics and electrical stuff. And back then, I did not have adequate knowledge, or I didn't even know what I was doing, but the end product was positive. So I would always do it as my dad encourages me. However, I didn't know that whatever I was doing was under engineering. So after I was finishing my primary education and I did good in maths and science, I joined high school. In high school too, I still didn't know that. I now knew I wanted to be an engineer, but I didn't know that engineering had so many branches: mechanical, electrical, electronics, telecommunication. So I had to decide which one I really wanted. So when I decided it was electrical, this was after I was the first student in my high school to connect the fluorescent and the normal bulb in both series and parallel connection during a lab without my physics teacher instructions. So from how he applauded me and bought me a gift made me now know that, okay, this is the thing that I think I am good at. Few months after I relocated to US and started my studies, I got a team that I was to join, and when I was in the process of joining the team and signing contract and doing the medical test, then the COVID came in and there was a total lockdown in the US. And now we couldn't go on with playing or even doing anything in relation to sports. So during that time, I only had an option to go on with my education because the education could be carried on through online classes. Yes, I had a tournament a month ago. And this tournament was mainly to give back to my community, being that that's where I was born, that's where my talent was identified and nurtured partly, and that's where I schooled. Like everything in my life started there. So I felt like if I build this tournament at the grassroots level, at least 1 or 2 people might see their talent at grassroots level and hold their hand or scout them to join during that tournament. Myself, I was expecting a lot of challenge, being that it was my first time to do that. But luckily, I would say that from what people are saying, we did the best, and the outcome was good. From the experience that I had before, I worked with Kengen geothermal steam power plant and hydro power plant with a private company called Regen. I developed much interest in power generation. My interest was on solar power plant, being that it's one of those plants that are inexpensive to install as compared to the rest. Also being that we are using a renewable energy, a free source of solar energy I thought that I preferred it most as compared to the rest. And maybe myself, if I give myself a certain period of time, I can do it without any support from outside. But I'm not limited to receiving any help from any person to do that.